Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Journey to Happiness. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I would love for you to like, comment, and subscribe. So this is going to be part 2 of a story time of how I almost didn't graduate high school. So I'm getting right into it. So where I left off, I believe I was telling you about how I passed my EOC, and I only studied for 2 days. After failing biology that whole semester. And I couldn't believe that I had, till this day, like I went from failing that class to having the highest score on the EOC test. That means end of grade test. So, but it still wasn't over though, even though I was so happy about that. I still had to take an EOC for history, which I was failing. The same reason I was failing all my classes, or most of my classes, is because I did not put any effort into these classes. I just didn't care about my grades at all. That's the reason. So I was failing history, and I believe I was taking algebra. Now, I believe in algebra I was making a D. I believe I was making a D, but I still had to take a EOC for algebra, and that was very tight because I couldn't afford to fail the EOC for algebra, because if I failed the EOC, if I didn't do good on it, that would bring me to a failing grade in the class, and I wouldn't pass the class, meaning I wouldn't graduate. So we're getting ready. So I already passed biology, like yay, I celebrate, I'm so happy. But now I didn't have too much time to be happy, because I knew right after that I had to get ready for my EOC in my history class. So, I think I studied literally for like one day. No joke. And I brought myself like some energy drinks. I pretty much did the same thing I did for my biology EOC. I got the book. I believe my teacher gave us, I don't remember if she gave us a study guide, but she gave us something to go by, like, to give us a general idea of what we need to study to pass the EOC. And I had to pass this EOC, and I think she said, if you pass this EOC, I'll go ahead and pass you for the class. So I don't know if teachers, I'm pretty sure they can still do that now, but yeah. So studying all night. I'm not answering nobody's call. I'm not on social media. I'm not watching no TV. I'm not doing nothing I want to do, but I'm doing what I need to do. So I'm up all night. So the next day we take it, and I think the very next day the results come back. So I get called into like the assistant principal's office with this other girl. So I failed the EOC literally, I think it was like 1 or 2 points. Literally. And the same thing with the other girl. She failed it by like 1 or 2 points. I don't remember if it was 1 or 2, but it was no more than 2 points. I'm like, really? So that means I had to take it again. This is my last chance, y'all. This is my last chance. So I took it again, study. And I remember we were in the library, the school library, and my history teacher, she really liked me. She knew I was a good kid. I was a very good kid. I stayed out of trouble. It's just I didn't give a fuck about my grades. But she really liked me. She was like, Joanna, how's your studying going? And I had a question. I don't remember what it was, y'all. This was a long time ago. But I had a question I wasn't sure about. And she answered it. And the next day I took it and I passed. I passed my EOC. So I was done with my history class. So that was next off my list. So one more though. Algebra. And I believe I was passing algebra because I feel like with math, it's either kinda, sorta, you know it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, math is different from like, English, biology, and stuff that you actually need to study and memorize. Math, once you learn how to solve the equation or whatever you're doing, it kind of, it's like it sticks to you, I think, anyway. So that's why I was making a D in it. So we took the math EOC, I think like the day before we took it, I went over a lot of like practice questions and stuff like that. So we took that, and when everybody got done in class, I remember my teacher, somebody had asked her, it's like, did everybody pass? And the teacher, she said almost, right? and I got so scared. I'm like, oh Lord. She said almost everybody passed. I was like, I wonder who didn't pass. I was just so freaking scared it was me. I was like, oh my God, I hope I'm not the one that didn't pass. Oh Lord, I'm praying. I'm like, oh Lord. So I think, did we get the results the next day? I don't remember if we got the results that day or the next day. But I passed though. I did pass. No, I think we got it that day. We got it at the end of the class. She told us if we passed or not. There was only one guy that didn't pass, and he was a new kid. He was only going to our school for like a week. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But I passed, y'all, and everything was good. And yeah, so I graduated. My family, I had family that came down from Atlanta. My dad, my brothers, my sister, my boyfriend was all at my graduation. That was a happy day. Like, you know, on TikTok when people say, think of a time when you were truly happy. I was truly happy that day. It was a very happy day. Wore a pretty white dress. Y'all seen the pictures in my community tab. And we went out to eat afterwards. It was just, and then after that, we all went to my aunt's house. The guy that I was dating, he actually, he had to work night shift for that night, and he just got off night shift the night before, but he still, you know, wanted to come to my graduation, and that was just a happy day. But anyway, y'all, so yeah, and I wanted to share this with y'all because, like, well, I wanted to, like, kind of revisit this memory in my life because it lets me know, like, if I really want to do something, if I really put my mind to something, with school and stuff, I can do it. I'm not stupid. Like I said before, I wasn't failing these classes because I was stupid. It's just I didn't put any effort into it because I didn't care about my grades. At that time, I didn't realize how important my grades are. Because now, like I said, back then, being a young and dumb, I was thinking, you know, okay, if I get good grades, then what? How's this going to help me? I'm not making no money from it. What's studying and doing all this extra stuff for school? What's that going to do for me? I was stupid back then. But now I'm being an adult and looking back, being older and wiser, it actually, I do believe, you know, if you develop good study habits in middle school, high school, actually that will help you in college. Because once you go to college, you know, nobody's going to be holding your hand. You're an adult. If you keep failing your tests and stuff, that's on you, you know. That's you that's going to lose your scholarship or just wasting your money paying to go to college, or your parents' money. You know, developing good study habits in high school is actually very important, and getting good grades and stuff, that's important. So when you go to college, you already have that mindset and you already have the skills. You already know how you study well, because everybody doesn't study the same. You already know, okay, to study, I need to use flashcards, or I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? You already know pretty much what you need to do to make good grades. You already have that instilled in you, versus, you know, somebody that didn't care. Now you in college and you on a whole nother level of education. It's going to be even harder in college, and you don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't develop those lazy habits, basically, because studying well is a habit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of habits are hard to break. Just like, you know, people that smoke, or people that are addicted to soda, or whatever. Habits can be very difficult to break. So I feel like if you have those healthy, good habits when you're young in high school, those habits will stick to you when you do enter college. Like, if you have the habit of studying 3 hours a day, or like whatever your habits are, studying your notes, going over whatever it is that you need to do to make yourself have good grades. And I believe that, because now that I think about it, a lot of people that I went to high school with, the ones that were like the straight A students, you know, the ones that were on the honor society, most of them that I know of, they ended up with great careers. Even like, for example, the girl that was the valedictorian, I can't say that word right. The valedictorian, y'all know what I'm trying to say. In my high school, she ended up being a doctor. She's a doctor now. She even opened up, I don't know the correct term for it, but she's an eye doctor, and she even opened up her own practice. Another one is a social worker. Another one is a registered nurse. What else? Another one is a what do you call it? What am I trying to say? A physician. I can't say that word right. Physician's assistant. Yeah. So like a lot of people that I went to high school with, the ones that were those straight A students on an honor roll, those really got good grades, they ended up, succeeding in life. And I think that has a lot to do with where it started in high school when they were studying and they put in the hard work. Now, what do you call it? They're what's that saying? Reaping the fruits of your labor or something like that. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So I feel like if I would have done that, honestly, if I can go back in time, I would do things so different. If I was in high school again, I would strive to have straight A's. I would try to get on the honor roll and put in the extra effort to get good grades, because I feel like when they were in high school, they developed those habits, the study habits that you need to succeed in college. So therefore they got good grades in college. Therefore they have these wonderful careers. I hope I'm making sense here. So yeah. But I'm in school to be a phlebotomist. I'm proud of that. I'm a CNA, I'm a med aid, I'm a med tech, as y'all know. And I'm proud of that. But it's like, I do feel like I haven't accomplished enough. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like it's my fault. I know I'm acknowledging, I'm take accountability for that. And also like the grades and stuff, I feel like it's what I'm trying to say. It's hard to get out of those bad habits, lazy habits basically. And I'm breaking my way from that. Like I said, I'm in school to become a phlebotomist, and after that I'm going back to school again for we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so if there's any like people that are watching this that are in high school or very young, grades are important. Studying for them tests and stuff, it is important if you want to be successful. As far as like if you want to be something like a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, something like that, that's something that you have to go to school for. So you do, what I'm saying, getting good grades is very important. If you want to be something like a singer, you can sing, or a big YouTuber, obviously grades don't matter. I wish I could sing, but I can't. I'm gonna go now, y'all. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all the next time. Bye.